the Brown boys, the Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys. Because I had somebody in my comment section on my last video. I went viral or somewhat viral for telling people what to do with their money at the bank, right? So there's a lot of channels are starting to pick up on Kwame Brown says that to tell the wives to go get the money out the bank. So some people are trying to spin it wrong. There's this one guy that said that I was drunk, and I'm like, you know what? I told him under the comment section, I was like, shame, insults, and just insults and shame and negativity. That just, you're guilty. Insults. You're trying to shame me. You're trying to guilt me into not saying it. You're trying to insult me. And you didn't articulate why you think I was wrong. What did I say so wrong? So you want people to believe, this guy in the comment section, because it was a split comment section. So they want people to believe that NBA players are putting their money into wealth management accounts where they're supposed to have these wealth management accounts that's in the private sector of banking. You're supposed to have, it's for high net worth income individuals. You have to have at least $5 million. If you don't have $5 million, you won't even know that these accounts exist. So please, if you're not the type of person that has $5 million and you're saying, Kwame, you're wrong, you're drunk, you're just saying an insult like that, cool. We could just put you up as a troll, okay? We'll just say that you're a weenie dog and you're a troll, okay? Because if you don't have $5 million, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. But these other accounts that if you do meet the $5 million threshold, that's the minimum, then you're opened up to these accounts that's supposed to offer different levels of service. And here's where these guys should never go broke, because these services involve hedge funds, opportunity for hedge funds. These services provide all sorts of things that are not on the open market that you could be a part of. And you can get on there early. So I say that to say, to me, all athletes, and I'll say this again, those certain type of accounts has to have a manager on those accounts. So I'm not saying you can't be the manager. If you go open up these accounts yourself, you can be the manager of these accounts. But what happens with most athletes, they're not the manager of these accounts. They're not the manager of these accounts. And so when they put this $5 million or however many they put on the wealth management side, they're never going to get that money back, especially not the amount that they put in. Especially not the amount they put in. So only thing I said, because white folks don't give anybody control over their money. And most of our black athletes is spent to them like this. You don't know how to deal with money. You don't know how to take care of money. So they're giving their money to the brightest minds in the world with the best opportunity for hedge funds, investment strategies that's supposed to be geared towards your lifestyle now. So it doesn't matter if a guy has 4 or 5 children, this is that. They're supposed to invest based on your lifestyle. But the part that they don't tell you is that, and one of the cautionary tales is all the fees that it allows them to charge you. So just take it from me. You don't have to listen to me. Just take it from me. Go check. If you're married, go check. If you're a single basketball, football player, whatever, go get your money out of those accounts. Those are not the accounts that you need to have your money in, where a manager, that's not yourself, has total control over your money, because they do. And when they steal it from you, it's a legal steal. They're going to fee your ass to death, going and coming. They're going to invest your money daily, and that's a fee for them. they can pretty much do what they want because you gave them access to that money in that account. So if I was you guys, I would go tell them, here's some accounts that I want you to transfer this money into. Go get 15, 16 of your own accounts. You allow your tax guy to have a bill pay account and do your tax pay, and you put the money in the bill pay account. So that way, you know all of your bills, all of your everything. You transfer the money in there yourself. Don't give somebody access that they can move large sums or they can invest large sums of your money. And most black athletes, especially, they have it to where someone has their money. Floyd Mayweather for years was running around here talking about how many investment deals he did and how great they were. And from what he got on paper, it probably sounded ironclad. But on paper is different than what you also did on paper. And what he also did on paper was probably give them some level of control over his money. And when you start getting into fiduciary responsibilities and all that shit, that word, you better go look it up. Because they're going to have to settle. But again, in that type of world, if they steal 300 from you, 400 million, and they have to settle for a lesser number, who won? So they'll do it legally. They don't give a damn about taking your money. Kwame from bus to accountancy, that's you, Corey. You validating some shit that a dumb crack knee nigga said. I'm a bust because somebody else said that? Man, please. Nigga, I can bust 99% of the ass in the world. Nigga, that ain't no bust. Yeah, you crazy? I'm not going to validate somebody else calling me something. I thought bust was just for basketball. See, this is what I mean by you guys are proving my point. I haven't played basketball since 2012, 2013. Here it is, 2026. And when I speak about something, you guys are still saying a word bust that was allegedly tied to the way I played basketball. See, you guys got brainwashed by these fuckers. And Stephen A., why were you at them colleges, boy? Because it's starting to become crystal clear to me why you was at them colleges. To me, it's starting to become crystal clear why you was at them colleges. My channel is called Bus Life for a very good reason, but maybe you're not articulate enough to get it, but it's okay. When they was calling me a bus on ESPN, a lot of white companies was getting paid for it. So now they don't speak my name because I get paid for it. Yeah, but I'm not going to explain it to you. But again, let's just stop trying to take away from what I'm saying right now. What my name is called, my channel is called, none of that don't got shit to do with what I'm talking about right now. Boy, they come over here acting bad and bougie when somebody go to spit in that reel. Don't get mad at me because most of the guys are okay with people getting stolen from. But if they go get their money out, let's just think if an athlete go get his money out, right? Instead of 150,000, 200,000 getting invested in the stock market every month, that probably is going to have a penalty for them to touch it at any given moment if they want to access it. And they invested it into their community. They invested in grocery stores every month. Just think about it, guys. Every month, these athletes somebody is investing 200, 300, 400, sometimes in the millions millions of dollars into the stock market. Just think if those black athletes, millions of dollars was going into their neighborhood. Imagine you wouldn't have to cry about no motherfucker like Wall Street. You wouldn't have to cry about no white man. You could literally build communities because that's what the hedge funds are for. These hedge funds that are buying up all of these things, because those private accounts, they give you access to these hedge funds. So these hedge funds that are buying up all these houses, controlling the market, that's coming from these athlete large salaries, because these banks are going to divvy out loans like it ain't nothing, especially a guy that's letting them control all of their money. You can always tell when it's one of them lives where I'm saying something for real. Because, boy, them clowns will come out of the woodwork just spamming my channel with things that don't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But with these lies right here, they ain't gonna get pushed nowhere. They ain't gonna get pushed that they got you guys thinking that these athletes just so dumb that they go broke after high school, after college, or after the pros, when really they're just getting taken advantage of by a system that's designed for them to take advantage of. I don't get unnecessary hate, Cash Rich. I'm the glitch. You know how much money I fucked up? You know, with this knowledge that I know how much money, if these athletes hear what I'm saying and they actually go to the bank, because they know what I know, they know they can't go touch $5 million right now. Every rich, successful businessman can go move $5, $10 million with the stroke of a button. But for some reason, athletes, they can't go move no money like that because somebody else got their money. They got to go call somebody. They got to go call the bank. They got to go call their manager. You supposed to be able to call when you got that type of money. You supposed to be able to call directly your people. They move it, and that's the end of the day. That's what the businessmen do. Athletes, no, they go straight to they go straight to the manager, and someone else handles the things. That's why someone else ended up stealing the money. Floyd Mayweather, as rich as he is and as rich as he was, why does he have somebody else over his money? This man is almost 50 years old, still had another man over his money. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people out there in the world. They love to get up under these athletes because they know that they don't understand that there's a whole different side of the banking industry that you don't give nobody your money. You get a money mover, or you just move it yourself, but you get you a money mover. They don't have access to your money. They can do a wire transaction for you. They can do something like that, but you don't want somebody over your money to where they can get up in the morning, go to a computer, and do a trade with any of your cash. And a lot of these athletes, even me, somebody else could get up in the morning from their computer that made a couple $100,000 a year while I'm making millions. They haven't proven that they can make $1. They can get up, get on a computer screen, access your money in your account, and try to get a trade going with your money, which they get paid off of. And they can do this every day. Wake up, trade your money, move your money around to things that they think is going to make money. But they make money every day that they do a transaction off of your money. You only get money if they're right.